Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Salty, and as you can see by the title, I'm going to be playing Slay the Princess. I've heard good things about this game, really vaguely good things. I don't know. I've gotten almost no spoilers. I might have seen maybe like a screenshot or something that I shouldn't have. I'm not sure though, because I'm not quite sure of the nature of this game. Aside from that, it is a horror game, as you can see by the content warning here. So it's a horror game, not intended for all audiences. There's going to be a full list of content warnings on Black Tabby Games' website, and I will also copy and paste them into the description if I remember to do so. And then there's a flickering images warning for any photosensitive viewers, and then yeah, so I'm just gonna get right into it, basically. Never mind whatever horrors you may find in these dark spaces. Have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. Hell yeah, a horror love story? Boom. That's all I needed to hear. I like our little claw guy. That, I'm assuming, is the princess that we either slay or don't slay. But I think she probably always slays. Yeah. So, I'm gonna keep the flashing images on. I don't know if there's voice lines in this game or not. But if there is, maybe I keep them on. Maybe I don't know. We're just gonna see. And we're just gonna start. I'm so excited. I've heard good things. Chapter 1, The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods.
Ooh.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
I bet the narration and stuff will like add a certain element to this game, which means that maybe I keep it on. Maybe I don't have to do voices the entire time, you know?
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh shit. Gotta kill a princess, otherwise the end of the world. Ooh, it's like the old school games. Oh my gosh, I hurt my voice doing that. The end of the world? What are you talking about? Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Killing the princess seems kind of bad though, doesn't it? Can't someone else do this? Forget it, I'm not doing that. I've always wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolution! So I'm guessing I'm not going to be able to use multiples of these. There's just so many options here. I think that I'm gonna go with, have you considered that the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked
While I
up?
appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless,
Okay.
let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
Okay, well,
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
okay, well, I'm gonna look at this. Ah, okay. Cool. That's a save. This, you know, preferences. Cool. Just exploring the options here.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
Okay, but have you considered that the world maybe should end? Ever thought about
It's no
that?
use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
Okay. Is it a turducken egg?
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Fuck. Ooh, I do have more things. Oh, okay. Thanks for telling me what to do. The end of the world?
I'm talking about
What are
the
you
end
talking
of
about?
everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
I don't know. I think that no more people sounds pretty good. But no more birds? Dang. You don't tell me why she's
not
dangerous.
She's just a princess. The danger comes if she gets out, which she will unless you do something about it.
Okay, now I'm getting mixed messages. Because you said that she would end the world. And that she's dangerous. And now you're telling me that she's not dangerous. So which is it? Which is it? Have you thought, have you considered maybe I'm okay with the world ending?
Haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
How do you know?
I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
You don't know my life. Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her, and if she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her, but I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face. That sounds like what I'm going to click, maybe. Actually, I'm going to do this one first. What happens?
The more specifics you have, the harder it will be for you to do this very important job. She's a princess. People will listen to her, because listening to her is in their nature. And when they do, everything will come crashing down.
Okay, so it's like political world ending?
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. Then each and every one of us is doomed.
Honeyed words.
So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
This is so cool. I love this. Whee!
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Who's the voice of the hero? I'm the hero, aren't I?
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Who is the hero? Is he, like, next to me? Aren't I the hero if I'm slaying the princess?
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Scritchy, scrappy, scratch.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Ah, yeah. How can you slay a princess if you don't have a blade? You know what I mean?
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
That's what I'm saying, man. How am I supposed to slay a princess if I don't have a blade? Oh, shit. Hold on. Pause. And we're back. Okay, you guys, I had so many technical difficulties in the past half an hour. It's ridiculous. What are we even doing? We took a blade. We got a little blade in our hand. We're gonna slay the princess. All right. Here we go. Oh. Okay. I'm so excited. I can't wait to kill her.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Yeah, we can look at it that way, probably.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
That is not what I expected her to sound like. I was like expecting You know, like anime, like,
Who's there? Oh, look at my...
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
she's the only one who lives here, so she would probably be in charge of it. Anyway, who is voice of the hero?
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Okay. Hi! Hey, I think I'm here to kill you.
Oh, are you now? Why don't you come down and let me take a look at you?
Sick.
Great job. You gave away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero.
Am I the hero and
You walk
simultaneously not?
downstairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
He's so pretty.
She's
Look
so
at her.
coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world? Focus on the task at hand.
Stab, stab, stab.
You weren't kidding when you said you were here to kill me.
I haven't decided yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
I don't like how you're talking to me right now. You sound
Look
like you
how
know better than
reasonable
me.
she's being.
I don't like
We should
that.
just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Don't I get a say in this? I feel like, first off the bat, we kill her. We go back, see what other options we got, you know? Tighten your grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
I'm gonna...
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Yeah, I'm a little bit scared, but I'm
She's
not
unarmed.
actually in the game.
If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
You
I'm
sure she's not
positive.
armed?
I'm not. But we'll keep our eyes peeled. If she has a weapon, she'll have to draw it before she can use it.
Who am I? Who's voice of the hero? I'm so...
Hesitating? Why don't you drop
need
the
to know.
knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other?
Yeah, I'm gonna kill you.
You charge the princess, blade in hand, but unfortunately your earlier suspicions proved correct. A blade of her own slips down her sleeve and catches you in the neck.
Yeah, thanks, narrator.
Blood sprays from the cut, your
Look,
severed
she's so
carotid
cute.
artery painting the princess with strokes of red. You'd better finish your task quickly before you run out of time.
Die. Finish the job.
With the last bit of your will, you press forward, sinking the blade deep into the princess's heart.
Oh,
The two of you collapse on the floor together, rapidly bleeding out.
You got pretty eyes.
somehow, I thought this would turn out a little differently. But I wonder... Do you really think that this was enough to stop me?
I don't know, man. I was just told to slay you. Okay, that's all I got.
It's like she's convinced she can't die. But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Hell yeah, party. Party in the afterlife. Oh, we're continuing. I thought that would be the end. That we would...
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Oh, so it's gonna be like this. I
You're
see.
here to slay her.
Wait. Hasn't this happened
It
already?
hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. We've just met for the first time, you and I. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
This whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just going to pull a knife out of nowhere and stab us again.
Voice of the cheated? Who are you?
Stabbed to death? Well, you won't have to worry about that. The princess is unarmed.
Yeah, that's exactly what you told us last time. When we asked you if you were sure she didn't have a weapon on her, you said you were positive she didn't. But it turns out she did, because when we charged her, she started stabbing us to death.
Do I got like multiple personalities? Is the voice of the hero like my conscience, and the voice of the cheated is like how I feel now that I did my duty but I did it and I died, and it shouldn't have happened because I should have known that the narrator should have told me that she was armed.
Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons. So there's no reason to fear her. You were made for this job. You'll do just fine.
Made for this job, you say? Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all this really did happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine. I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
It is.
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
It happened because I listened to you exactly,
We
actually.
did exactly what you said.
Exactly.
Sounds to me like you probably had some kind of elaborate nightmare, in which case I shouldn't be held accountable for what supposedly happened.
This is really interesting.
But congratulations, you've been given a chance to actually do this right. And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
I hope the
What do you
narration
mean?
and
Of
stuff
course there
is
weren't
loud
any
enough.
consequences. We stabbed the princess,
I'll
the
fix it
princess
next
stabbed
time.
us, and now everyone's right back to where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left?
Screw this. Who cares what happened to everyone else? She's not going to play fair, so we should do what we can to save ourselves and just get...
At least you know not to trust her, but you do realize that everything and everyone includes you, right? If you turn around and leave, you're dooming yourself as well as everyone else. She just caught us by surprise last time. She can't do that twice. So long as we're careful, we can win this.
Yeah, totally.
That's the spirit. Just keep that stiff upper lip, and you'll save the world in no time at all.
Let's
Just
talk
be
about the
quick
princess.
about it.
We killed each other last time around. How can I make sure that doesn't happen again?
Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job, and save the world.
Okay. I think I'm going to approach this by trying to I think maybe I'll silently go in and try to stab her this time and see if anything different happens. Because, maybe the
And don't get
narrator's
stabbed
right.
while you're at it.
All she did last time was stab me to death.
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
If people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her?
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps. But it's just the way things are. Oh, I didn't know we were special.
We're not actually special. He's just saying that so we actually do it.
Of course you're special. Why else would you be here?
If anyone's special here, it's her. That was a nasty trick she pulled on us.
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
You didn't tell us about her knife last time, though.
That's because she's unarmed. And more than that, it's because there wasn't a last time.
But there was a last time. There was, I swear it. Whatever.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Proceed to the cabin, I guess.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
He couldn't be more on the money. But we're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck here with you. We know what to look out for this time.
This is
We
so
know to be careful.
interesting. Am I like creating doubles of myself every time I die or something?
Just stay focused and you'll be fine. The interior of the cabin is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken boards, their splintered edges as uninviting as shattered
This is
glass.
a bit different.
The only furniture of note is a pointed table with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Everything's gone a little bit wonky.
The
Yeah.
blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
Now, he's either gaslighting me, or the narrator is not an omniscient narrator.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't.
Can you two stop arguing? It's stressful enough in here without all of this extra noise.
I want to see how handsome I am.
I care less about that and more about whether we're being lied to. If he's willing to lie about something as innocuous as a mirror, what else is he hiding from us? I'm not lying to you. Use your eyes. There is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would it even do?
I don't know. Why are you lying? It's clearly right there. This whole cabin is different than last time.
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
I'm gonna look at the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
There's a mirror.
This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Excuse me, that's my hand? I guess that makes sense if, like, my clicker looks like this.
But it was there a second ago.
Now it's gone. Yet another thing in here playing tricks on us. I hate this place.
You take the blade from the table. It will be
It
difficult.
feels a bit better to have a weapon in our hands. Let's make her hurt for what she's done to us.
Let's make her hurt for what she's done to us, yeah. Here we go, we're gonna stab the
The door to
princess.
the basement creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn from their source and violently jammed into the wall.
Actually, maybe I don't try to just stab her this time, because maybe she'll just do it again, and then I'll just keep coming back, and things will just get more warped, and I'm just gonna keep trying to stab her or whatever, and then nothing's gonna happen, you know? So maybe I'll just talk.
The air seeping up from below has an almost metallic quality to it, like the smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal coming from down below. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
That's right, scraping. I told you she has something. I told you.
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging across the floor. I am begging you to get out of your head. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
There is something so wrong with that voice.
Yeah, she thinks she's better than us, like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
I think I might have like ruined this
As
whole
you descend
thing already.
the final step, the form of the princess comes into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room.
I like how she's just, hi, hi, hello.
I wonder if she remembers us.
Finally, somebody. Quick, get me out of these chains. We're not safe here.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she can't hide that threatening edge to her voice. She just wants us to get close, to let our guard down.
Yeah, I'm not going over there.
If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're here. You are armed, after all.
I like I'm a
What are
slithery
you
beast.
waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
If I come close to you, you're just gonna stab me, aren't you?
What? No! No, I wouldn't stab you. I am just a sweet, innocent princess trapped here for no reason.
Yeah.
And you are a brave knight who's supposed to walk up to not stabbing distance to help me.
I
have
totally believe
absolutely
you.
zero doubts that she is going to stab us if we get close to her.
She certainly feels threatening.
Just because she's acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the means to actually do it.
Oh, she's got a
Do
stabby
you know
stab.
who is armed? You. So stop second-guessing yourself and do your job.
But I'm nervous.
I'm nervous.
All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any more time getting stuck in your head.
Do you remember what happened last time?
Last time, if somebody came into my house and tried to kill me and I cut his neck open and then he stabbed me in the heart and we both died looking in each other's eyes, well, surely I would remember that. But I don't remember it, so it must not have happened.
I don't know, like, what kind of pretenses we're keeping up here, so...
There you go again, talking up delusions about a past life experience that clearly didn't happen. Ugh, it's like the two of you are working together on this. Aren't you listening to her? She's obviously lying through her teeth.
I'm terrible at spotting lies, and even I can tell something's up here. We can't be the only ones that looped back to the start. Someone else has to remember, right?
Yes, something is obviously up, and we can all tell that she's lying. The thing she's lying about is how dangerous she is, not dimension hopping or time travel or whatever it is you think you're doing.
Let's see. I know you have a knife. I'll let you out of here if you drop it.
A knife? What are you talking about? I don't have a knife. Where would I keep a knife?
Behind your back.
And why would I stab you to death? I don't know you. You haven't given me a reason to stab you to death. It would be so silly of me to cut you open and look at your insides.
So silly.
Okay, I could have sworn we didn't mention stabbing anyone to death.
Sounds like she's really out for blood. Fortunately for you, she isn't armed.
But she is. Prove it then. Prove that you don't have a knife.
It would be so much easier to prove that I do have a sharp object. I could just show it to you, but I don't have one, so I can't.
That is some funny
The
logic.
princess smiles as she pulls her hands from behind her back.
But look at this! Hands! Hands that don't have anything in them to stab you with!
What did you do? Shove the knife in like your butt crack?
Her smile stretches into an even wider grin as she shakes her sleeves.
And empty sleeves, too! Look at how few stabbing implements I have. It's practically zero.
How few stabbing implements? Yeah. I'd like to trust you, but you're being so suspicious right now.
That's so rude of you, passing judgments on strangers you've never met just because they're different from you. How would you like it if I did that, huh? Silly little bird-face thinks he's so serious coming down here but doesn't know anything. Thinks he can tell me to get rid of all the knives I don't even have while he gets to wave one around right in front of me.
All the knives? You have multiple?
I bet you didn't like that, did you? I bet you didn't like being judged for no reason.
Why did you call me Birdface, man?
How many more times does she have to vaguely threaten you before you finally decide you're ready to deal with her? We're clearly still figuring out our angle. We don't have the luxury of watching this from a distance.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you think I'm in a position of luxury right now? You're acting like you are. My entire world is at risk. Then maybe you should behave with a little more humility. A bit of self-deprecation would go a long way. No. I have my dignity. Fine. And will continue to treat you exactly how you deserve to be treated.
We killed each other last time. I'd rather not do that again.
But if we killed each other, then why are we here, right now? Both of us normal and unstabbed.
That's exactly what happened.
Would I just lie? Would I just lie to your face and tell you a thing I remembered happening didn't happen just so I could stab you again? I mean, just so I could stab you for the first time.
Yeah.
Ha! She slipped up there. She said again, and her taking it back doesn't count.
Yeah, no take
Do
backsies,
you
princess.
hear how deranged you sound right now? Please stop dawdling. This is only going to end with violence. Postponing the inevitable is only going to make it worse for you when it actually happens.
Can we just talk things through?
Well, we don't have anything to talk through. We're strangers and this place is cramped and annoying and you should just come over here and let me out.
I think I've said my piece at this point. I think we all have. But if you want to keep exhausting your questions, it beats getting stabbed to death.
Yeah, I'm gonna exhaust my questions. I don't have the key.
Oh, you don't? Okay, I see. I have an idea. You should come over here and stare directly at the chains. You won't be able to find a key if you don't know what it's supposed to look like, so you better come right within close staring distance just to be sure. Okay, I'm bored now.
She's bored? That's absurd. She doesn't get to be bored. Not in a way that matters. She's a prisoner. She's...
Oh my Jesus!
In a burst of movement, the princess leaps towards you, the blade erupting from her free arm, her wrist limp and empty from the violent expulsion. Huh. So I guess she did have a knife of her own after all.
Her arm turns into a knife. Anyway, the sound scared me. Okay?
Conciliatory of you. We appreciate it, really. Now what are we going to do? At least we're safe here. She's still in chains. And those chains stop her from continuing her advance, at least for a moment. She looks down at them with something between annoyance and confusion. And then she slices through her arm.
Okay. Cool, sick, awesome.
Okay, maybe we aren't safe here.
Nope.
She doesn't even hesitate before darting towards you with a terrifying speed you can't hope to outpace.
Okay, so narrator has just been like lying. He's like, she's not dangerous. She's just a princess. Yeah, she's just a princess with a knife for an arm and sharp pointy teeth. And yup.
Ah, shit. Okay, she's down an arm and we still have a weapon. I guess we'll have to use it.
Nope, she's gonna kill us.
And use it you do. But unfortunately for you and for the entire world, you are horribly outmatched. You keep pace with her for a single brief and wordless exchange before she severs your hand and, with it, your only line of defense. She's even better at this than she was last time. Bloody cheater.
I'm going to kill you now.
Okay, sick. Thank you
With a
for telling
squelch,
me.
She does just that. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Cool. Chapter 3, The Arms Race.
You're on a path in the woods.
No, fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not starting in that goddamn woods every time. We're starting in the fucking cabin.
Yeah.
What? The interior of the cabin is sharp, a constricting mess of curved and battered sheet metal pushing you towards... Wait, excuse me? What just happened? What did you just do? I feel dizzy.
We skipped it.
Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? Who holds the cards now?
The circle's getting smaller and smaller. Running isn't an option anymore.
Look at that, we've split again. We've got another guy. We've got another voice.
What's the point of fighting if she's
Oh,
just
we've got
going to
2
win
more.
every time? It hurts being sliced to pieces. We're better off just sitting up here and doing nothing.
Great, so obviously you've already been here. How many times?
Twice.
This is our third?
No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realize that every time you fail, she escapes and an entire world is damned to destruction, right?
No, I didn't know that.
Right, that's too much responsibility. I couldn't agree more. We couldn't be trusted with the fate of a single person, let alone the fate of the world.
Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table, a pristine blade perched. We take it.
Okay, we take it.
Okay, sure, you take the blade before letting me finish telling you it's there. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Are you gonna tell me that there's a door here when there's clearly a mirror?
This feels right. We just have to keep our senses sharp.
That's right, we've got to be able to
We've
win
got
eventually.
PTSD from dying twice.
And what if we never do?
So, are you just going to stand there, or are you going to head to the basement like you're supposed to?
There's no door.
I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get down there? You walk through the door. You do know what doors are, right? But there isn't a door, it's just that mirror again. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality anymore.
This is
I can
reality.
feel the air coming up from behind
Realty.
it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be a trick. If our other senses can't feel it, then we can't trust it.
Approach the mirror.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, it doesn't exist. Just reach forward and open it.
Let's just move it out of the way without looking. I don't want to see us. I'm sure we all look awful after dying twice.
Let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like. I care about getting to the end of this mess.
Wipe the mirror clean. That's a long drawn out sigh.
You reach forward and place your hand on the door to the basement. It creaks open. And the mirror's gone. How surprising. It was never there. Just an illusion. Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just
My
stay
love,
focused and
the
you'll
princess
be
who
fine.
killed me twice. Why is her arm a blade?
You step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs. They are smooth and flat and metallic, an unintentional and unfortunately slippery ramp that quickly sends you skittering to the bottom.
Skittering.
Your body tumbles onto the basement floor and the form of the princess comes into view, standing at a distance. She gives you a wry smile.
Hey girl, hey. We're back again.
Hi. It looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore. But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
Fun for her, maybe. I didn't like dying all over again. Thinking about dying makes us as good as dead. The only thing that matters is survival.
Actually, does survival matter? We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. We just need to find a way to win once.
Nothing bad has come of it yet.
The voices in my head are fighting
Plenty
again.
bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The people there mattered.
I've left two
The
worlds.
past isn't real. There's only here and now. Your
Jesus
internal bickering is
Christ.
cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades glistening with her blood, the empty flesh of her arms flopping at her elbows like torn sleeves. The chain clatters to the floor. She's loose,
and she is coming for you.
What am I supposed to
You're
do?
going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Shit. She's coming for us and I'm out of ideas.
I'm gonna flirt with her.
I've tolerated quite a bit from you, but this is a bridge too far. Please don't try romancing the princess. She wants to kill you. She's going to end the world if you don't stop her.
I'm gonna marry the princess who wants to kill me and
Do we
and
have
destroy
to
the
flirt
world.
with the murderous monster?
Yes.
I'd rather not.
We
It's
do.
not like she wants us anyway.
I'm fine with it. Let's see where this goes.
Yeah. I know you want to kill me, but has anyone told you how gorgeous you are? I feel like I really get you. I like you. Romantically, even. Maybe we can hash this out. How about you buy me dinner before impaling me to death? Give her the look.
A rosy blush flushes in the princess's cheeks, and a wide grin cuts across her face.
Look at her. She's adorable.
You're the only person I know, so that's a first. You're sweet. I like you. You're also gorgeous.
I'm the only person you know and I'm here to kill you? That's so sad.
Oh, be damned. This is actually going to work, isn't it?
I don't know if it's actually gonna work yet.
Still gonna kill you, though.
Aw.
Or not?
At least she likes us. I've never been liked.
I've never been liked before.
Blush still glowing in her cheeks. The princess closes the distance between you, blades flashing.
Wow. What a radiant being.
She skewers you. Ow. What worthwhile romance doesn't hurt at least a little bit? What matters is that she likes us. She's even said as much. Oh, a new one of us.
Yes, I keep gaining voices in my head. That's
I
great.
thought that only happens when we die. Did we die? You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
I think we're dead. And that's all we'll ever be. Dead, 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 dead.
Don't freak out, voice of the broken.
Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but right now we're extremely not dead. This is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here?
This is 4.
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
Aw, I love a girl who's supportive of me.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about things before the princess advances. Okay, whatever we do gets us another us. Let's see how many we can stack. There's got to be a point where it makes us better than her.
I think that the more that we get, the more confused that we're gonna be,
As long as
so...
we keep moving. We'll win her heart eventually.
Oh, great. So it's going to get even more crowded. Even more deluded voices that think we might stand any kind of chance.
Can you talk a little faster, Broken?
Come on, show me something new.
She has swords for arms and we don't. We're panicking. We're gonna let her stab us and we're going to have to stiff up her lip about it. She wins by killing us, right? So let's beat her to it. All of these ideas suck. Think of something better. It doesn't work and she kills you again and again and again and again. Your memory blurs as your consciousness leaps from life to life to life, holding only snippets of the conflict that transpires.
None of this is working. Think. Think. She skewers you. Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. We just have to hit her harder. She skewers you.
You'll have to be trickier than that.
Then you skewer yourself.
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get you anywhere.
She's gaining many
That
blades.
didn't do much of anything. We're tougher than I thought. Just panic. Flee. She skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape. That's not how this works.
It doesn't matter how many times this takes, we can't give up.
Maybe we should have just left that one time. We should have just walked the other way.
Okay, let's go again.
She's going to kill this body either way. So stop feeling what it feels. She skewers you.
Ooh, not bad. Real tough.
See? We're getting better.
Okay, yeah, that was a good one. Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. I'm sure she'll listen to reason.
Does this face look like the face of someone who is willing to listen?
She skewers you. We're getting close to something, can't you feel it? One last time. You're right. One last time, that's all we need.
She skewers
Then
you.
everything goes dark, and you die.
Mutually assured destruction. Love to see it.
Your Honor, don't lose your head. We're in a cabin and we'll take it from here.
We'll take it from
Everything
here.
feels like it finally fits, doesn't it? We're up here, which is different, and different is good. And our steel claw is already in our hand.
Steel claw. Oh.
Oh, what if we throw it out the window?
Over my dead body. That won't be very hard. We've died a lot. But I can't say I mind anymore.
Besides, what better way to die so very many times than at the sharp hands of a beautiful...
Sure, I can think of a better way to die. They're all the
Glory,
same.
glory, what a hell of a way to die.
How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die? I don't want us to accidentally manifest anything.
The only thing we're gonna manifest is finally ending up on top. There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here?
This isn't good. This is...
How about
Oh.
you stick to describing things, and we'll stick to doing them?
How am I supposed to do any meaningful commentary when everyone's talking all the time, huh?
Yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll notch up that win in no time.
Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our destined final encounter with our star-crossed lover.
Hell yeah.
Fine by me.
Let's go smooch a princess.
Walk to the door and onto the basement stairs. Only
Giant.
It's more of a slide. We know. Fine, I'll just shut up then and speed this whole thing along.
Yeah, why don't you?
Are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs? Or this room, or anything? It feels like I'm hardly a part of this. Don't
You're not
care,
necessary
just want
anymore.
to win. Fine, you make your way to the basement, where the princess awaits you.
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone. Do you want to see it? I'm not
Yes.
going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it, though. Just you wait. And not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
Okay.
Do-do-do. Ba-ba-ba.
She's gonna do it right now.
Are you gonna say what she does? Do you want me to talk now? Well, yeah, she says she has something new. I want to hear about the new thing.
Yeah. Oops.
Yeah, me too.
I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear you describe her new thing.
I would like to hear you describe her new thing as well.
Really? Okay then.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin twists,
Oh!
splitting into red
Oh!
blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears.
Oh, how
Then
lovely!
it erupts.
Mm.
She becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats furiously in its cage of a chest.
Pretty metal, literally.
Are you ready for what comes next?
So now she's just
Holy shit.
blades. She's just blades.
She's gorgeous.
Absolutely divine.
Yes, behold the perfect woman.
The perfect woman. Man, beauty standards are so unrealistic these days. Like, I'm supposed to look like that? How am I supposed to change into a being made of pure blade?
Do you think we can throw her out the window?
That looked painful.
How is she still alive?
Heart's still beating, that's all she needs.
This is fake. This is all fake. That's all just made up.
She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her in it?
Yeah, how are we supposed to stab her in it?
Sick joke. I hate existing.
We can just like shove it in her heart right there.
We're screwed. I quit. I'm done. Forget it.
What just
Better
happened?
empty my mind.
It's so quiet.
Him too. Shut up.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
You do not act, and yet through the inaction, your body moves on its own. The princess strikes you as you approach, but as her blow finishes its arc, you're already somewhere else.
You're incredible.
Your weapons clash again and again, you and her entering a rhythm free of thought and free of self. There is only the dance, the ebb and flow, the shifting of the tides back and forth between you. The deeper you fall into your play, the faster your hearts pound. Oh, both of ours, yes. And the faster the momentum volleys between you. An endlessly building crescendo, and then an opening. Your blade strikes free of volition, and her strikes too. Both strikes are lethal. Neither of you will survive, but neither of you will fear what's to come. This is a good ending. Water and Steel got an achievement. Yes. Oh, there she goes. You do not get to see each other die. Something has taken her away and has left something else in her place. The mirror. You do so. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach towards the glass. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. Hold on, I'm gonna turn the brightness up on my screen. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. We're a birdo. I mean, oh no, it's creepy, it's scary. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
Solitary lights, what do you mean?
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
I don't know what I am.
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
The gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is sharp and single-minded. She is cruelty, but she is also joy. She will make for an indomitable heart. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
Are you what sent me to slay the princess?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known. The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
So like with every ending, are we gonna like build a princess? But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Do you know what the world... do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Do we know each other?
You are familiar, but you are not me. I feel sadness, longing, hope as I witness you.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them. There is
Multi-dimensional
no exit,
romance.
but this
Multi-dimensional
vessel is a
monster
creature of
romance.
perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
Ah, we are gonna build a princess, huh? Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
How much will I forget?
Everything, until we meet again.
I was sent here to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape.
Don't get all
To
philosophical on me, ma'am. You're being semantic. What are you gonna do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
No, I'm gonna go back. Make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Oh! Okay. Everything goes dark, and you die. Sick. Hell yeah.
You're
That.
on a path in the...
Hold on. Alright, okay. The real Slay the Princess starts here. Okay. So now we know kind of like the gist of what we're doing here. We got like a multiverse of princesses, and we're going to kill them and I guess, or like gather different personas of the princess and like stitch her together with this being that has all like hundreds of hands and arms or whatever, and we're gonna make a person, and I guess this person will probably be our lover since this is a love story. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, hit that like button, squeeze the subscribe button, and absolutely slam the bell. Yeah. Love you. See you later. Goodbye.